Now, there's a fascinating thing going on with Wolf Manor because it's a film within a film. And how did it feel for you guys playing characters who are playing in front of a crew making a real film?
I felt a bit like the first AD, I was playing the first AD, the first assistant director, who's the person that kind of everybody usually hates on a film set, and because they're quite loud and they tell everyone to shut up and stop having fun, and I just felt like I am going to be that person that everyone hates, but there wasn't a lot of that within my script. I didn't really have to. I mean, I may have come across as a complete arsehole, and I will watch a film and I'll be like, oh, I nailed it. Or maybe I didn't.
But there are moments in the film where you go beyond the first AD, I think it is, isn't it? Where James Fleet is having his visions, as it were.
Yeah.
What were the challenges there for you?
Well, it was very difficult not to corpse when James Fleet was doing his thing, because he is just hilarious on screen and off screen. He's just very funny, and it was just it was a joy to work with him. He's brilliant, such a talent. I'm so glad that he.
Now, as an actor playing a director, did you feel yourself go beyond your station with the real director at any point? Were you able to help him?
Yeah, well, once I got over I don't know whether I could help him. I can tell you that Dominic Brunt's a much better director than Rupert Procter is. Once I got over the shock of reading that the character was a hapless individual and asked him, why were you thinking of me? It did make sense when I first read it. I think we were all having laugh out loud, weren't we, when we first read it? And it was very impressive. You know, Pete and Joel wrote this script so quickly.
Yeah.
And I mean, I tried to write a bit on it, and it's a long process in my case. And
it takes me a year to write a text. I'm just like,
well, when you say that about looking at the script, when you pick it up, what in a sense are you looking for, and therefore what are you finding that's exciting you?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I do is you read the whole story, and this particular story made me laugh out loud. And then I found out it had been written in such a short time that it's like, wow, these guys were blessed or something. It was just very, very funny. I couldn't believe that they'd managed to write it in over 4 days, I think, the first draft. So that was impressive, and it was kind of like, oh, we've got something good going on here. And I think when we all got together, and yeah, you're exactly right, James Fleet is just such a delightful man. And such a brilliantly talented actor. That really helps everybody raise their game, I think, and gave us all a lot of confidence. Certainly gave me some confidence. And it felt like a lot of fun, and hopefully that translates, And I haven't seen it yet, so...
No, it definitely does translate. You get a sense that there was a lot of camaraderie on that was built up over those night shoots.
Yeah, it felt like one of those blessed occasions where everybody came together around Dominic and Joe, who are, of course, lovely people. I was lucky enough to be at drama school with them at Bristol in the early 90s. So I suspected the company was going to be full of nice people, which, of course, it was. And then there's always that awkward thing of, the first scenes and, are you thinking the right direction? But it really gelled, really... quickly.
It's that thing of like, how am I going to play this character? What am I going to do? What's everyone else doing? And then it kind of just worked. And I think the glue was James Fleet, definitely. He just made us all just feel very relaxed in our first scene.
Yes.
Where we were all a bit like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then it's that thing where like, you get to know the cast a bit better, and you get a bit more comfortable, and you get a bit more like, I know what I'm doing now. And then people die, their characters die, and they have to go home, and you're like, no. And then there's only a few people left, because it was kind of shot pretty much in order.
Okay, well, look, thank you very much for joining us on FrightFest TV.
Well done, FrightFest.
Good luck for your world premiere.
Thank you very much.